Hi everyone, it's Carl's here. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Alright you guys, so in today's video, we're going to be reviewing a particular product in multiple shades. Kid you not, I really needed to do this like hardcore and figure out what's the best for me. Alright you guys, so you're probably wondering what the heck am I talking about. So in today's video, we're going to be reviewing the LA Girl. Let me look at this because this title is long and I don't want to goof it up. The Pro Face High Definition Matte Press Powder. Yeah, that's why I had to look at it because it's a long title. All right, so not only are we going to be looking at one shade, two shades, three shades, four shades, we're going to be looking at 5 different shades. You know why? Because that's just how I am. I'm extra. Anyways, you guys, so if you want to know how well they perform, my thoughts and opinions on these particular product right here, then you got to keep on watching. But before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, also hit the notification bell as well. So anytime I upload new videos, you automatically get the notification, and give my video a thumbs up as well. Why? Because it makes someone like me who is extra special feel even more special. Anyways, you guys, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, you guys, so as I mentioned, yes, I picked up a total of 5 different shades in this press powder foundation. So let me go ahead and show you really quickly. These are all the shades that I picked up. Now, there is one shade way on the bottom that is fair. Clearly, that is not my shade, but there is a reason why I picked up that shade, and we'll get that to the very end. Well, not the very end, but somewhere in the video we'll get to it, and you'll know why I picked this up. Hopefully in my head it translates well as to what I would like to achieve. As I mentioned, we'll definitely take a look at these. Now, as I look at the packaging from the back, so basically what it does says or states, it is long-lasting, oil-controlling powder, mattifying finish for radiant look, helps cover blemishes and imperfections, mirror and sponge included. All right, my question is, where's the mirror? Where's the sponge? I'm assuming it's probably on the bottom, right? All right, so as I am looking down right now, I notice 2 ingredients right away from the get-go that not everyone is going to want in their particular product. So the first ingredient I see is talc. Can't say the word. So if you're a person that tries to get away from brands or cosmetics in general that don't use that, you may not want to use this. And the next product, why say it again, the next ingredient is mica. All right, so if you're not familiar with mica, mica is basically, think of a highlighter, think of it as a eyeshadow that has a little bit of a glisten to it, kind of like gives that luster look, right? That shimmery look. So mica is basically used as an ingredient in the cosmetic world. Now, why is it in foundation? If you may have noticed, some foundations have like that little shimmer to it. That's pretty much what mica is. It's in the product. Now, the reason why I brought that up as well is because I know mica is kind of one of those topics that can be a little bit finicky in the makeup world, meaning there is kind of like, I shouldn't say there kind of is, there is currently brands that try to use mica free, labor free, like resources, if that makes any sense. So basically what I'm trying to say is that some companies actually use children as child labor to get the mica, which are pretty much rocks, and then they get that rock itself and then they pack it down, break it down, however, to a powdery substance, which in returns is used in, which is basically used in our makeup itself. So that is the reason why there are some people out there who may not want to necessarily use products that contain mica, or at least not, if they haven't confirmed if that makeup brand isn't using labor free. Hopefully that makes any sense, you guys. Anyway, so I thought that was really interesting as I glanced down. Now the other ingredients, I don't know. Anyway, so let me go ahead, as I was long-winded there, open these suckers up and let's test them out. Classic Tan. So this is the shade Classic Tan. The next shade, it is Medium Beige. This would be in Soft Honey. This shade is in the shade Buff. And this is the last and final shade that I picked up, and this is the lightest shade, which is called Fair. All right, you guys, so I normally don't use the sponges, but in this situation I will. And the reason for it, I'm going to actually use it as kind of like a swatching tool, so to speak. So I'm going to take the sponge, as I mentioned, and I'm just going to go ahead and bring on some product onto the, I got tongue twisted because that looked real dark, onto the sponge. All right, you guys, did you see my face? I'm like getting stuttering in my words because I saw that. I'm like, oh, that's a little dark. But you know what? That can be perfectly fine, because if it really is that dark, I could always use this as a contour. All right, you guys, so let's take a look. Let's see. Yeah, I can definitely use it as a contour. All right, you guys. All right, you guys. So the next shade I'm going to go into, in the sense of swatching, this is in the shade, I forgot. This is medium beige. Oh boy, where's this video going? Let's just try it. This is why I struggle with foundations. Clearly, that's a little dark too. So we have two final shadows, no, two final shades in the foundation that we can test out. So we either have Buff or we have Soft Honey. Let's just go in with Soft Honey. All right, again, you guys, this is what I mean by I struggle with foundations, because they either are too dark or too light, and they never meet me in the middle. All right, you guys, so, but I'm okay that I still got those, because I can definitely use those as contour shades. Oh, I didn't mention that the actual unit cost for each one of these was $5.99. If you go directly to their website, to LA Girl, they are listed on there for $8, just in case you want to know. All right, this doesn't look too bad. Let's just take a look. Oh. Now, it's good. It's better than the other ones, right? It's still a little bit on the orangey side. All right, let's get to the other shade and see, because this isn't too bad. We're getting somewhere. That's all that matters. Okay, so the last shade, well, technically not the last shade, but the last shade I plan to use on my face is the shade Buff. Now, this looks too light. It does. Now, if that happens, what I'll probably end up doing is going back and forth, creating my own shade, obviously with Buff and, which one was this one? Soft Honey. All right, so here's the shade. All right, let's, I don't know. Oh my goodness, you guys, like, okay, so what I've noticed, every time you use this, right, and you want to use the mirror, it flops right back down. So just in case you want to know, yeah, that's what it does. Let's see. Did you, let's try this again. Let me get a little bit more product. Yeah, okay. Let's try this other side. Oh. I think we found one. Okay. I'm like pleasantly surprised. All right, so clearly the lightest shade that I did not think would look well on me, which again is the shade Buff, it works. All right, so let's get a brush and let's go ahead and just, whatever, let's just try this. So I'm going to be using an e.l.f. brush. This is a total face brush. That's what they call it. Whatever. All right, you guys, so let's just, all right, you know what? Let me go ahead and clean this side off real quick, since I still, no. Since it still has a little bit of that. Oh, you know what I did? I wiped off the primer. All right, let me go ahead and reprime this really quickly, and then we'll come right back. All right, you guys, so I was able to go ahead and reprime the area that I wiped down this side. Wait, oh, there's a little bit more primer. Anyways, you guys, so anyhow, what did I want to say? Normally I use an IT Cosmetic brush, some of the best brushes around in terms of foundation brushes. But seriously, I normally use this. But since I kind of wanted to stay in the drugstore element, that is the reason why I picked up this e.l.f. brush right here. So since we clearly found a good shade, let's go ahead and use that. All right, this is going to bother me because it keeps falling down. So let me just hold it right here. There you guys go. And hopefully it won't flip. All right, let's just put it on. Let's see. Oh, so one thing I did pull up. Let me see if I'm able to bring it back. I wanted to get some more insight about this foundation. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone as I'm pulling some information up about this powder. So on directly from their website, let me go ahead and read it as they have it word for word. So it says, get a flawless finish with Pro Phase Matte Press Powder. This long wearing, oil controlling formula can be applied alone for a soft, radiant look, or over liquid foundation for fuller coverage, available in 15 shades. Okay, so the way I interpret that, to me, is that it isn't full coverage, obviously, but then you can wear it over a liquid foundation. Now, I do have a problem with that. My problem is then once I have a liquid foundation, I put this on top, wouldn't that, in my world, wouldn't that be considered kind of like you're setting the makeup, so to speak? And wouldn't both products not necessarily mesh well? Like one will kind of like dry down, or not dry down, become too oily. Doesn't make any sense, or I'm overanalyzing this. Probably overanalyzing it. You get what I'm trying to say. And then if you're going to use it alone, and it says for a soft, radiant look, how I'm interpreting that is that you're not going to get a medium coverage. You're going to honestly get a soft, like no makeup appearance, even though you have the product on you. All right, you guys, so stop my rambling. None of my rambling. All right, let's, I was trying not to use this brush, but I feel like this brush isn't picking up any product. Let's go to my trusty IT Cosmetics brush. All right, you guys, so no shade to e.l.f. I just didn't think that actually applied anything. But again, as we read the comment, soft, radiant appearance, so clearly you're not going to get much of anything. So as you see right over here, I have some slight blemishes, and of course, since now we know this isn't full coverage, it isn't going to magically make them disappear. All right, so let's go ahead and finish this, and then we'll get to one of the darker shades to show you exactly how I would use those as a contour tool. All right, so normally what I like to do, the brush that I typically use for my contour, it is a MAC 109 brush. I don't know if they still make this, to be completely honest. MAC has a tendency to discontinue brushes quite often. No shade to MAC, just the way they do it. So I'm going to go ahead and just right into here. Let me go on this side. So since I kind of already knew that this isn't anything that's going to have like a huge wow factor in terms of pigmentation, because as I mentioned, or as I read, it isn't technically a full coverage. So I'm not too worried that I'm going to have such a heavy hand. But what I like to do is just dab the product down, typically like a contour. As you see it right there, you see it? Wow. Why I say it like that? That actually isn't too bad. All right, you know what? Let me lift this up a smidge. Yeah. And then let me show you exactly just a little bit more. All right, let me pick up some more of this product right here. And I like to bring it up, right up around here. Not too far, because what I do is just buff this out a little bit. See that? See how it's going downward? So I just I continue from right here, and then I just bring down the product. So as you notice, it looks very subtle. Natural, not bad actually. All right, so let me go ahead and finish this a little bit more. So I'm not sure if you remember, I have bought a very light shade, which was the lightest shade actually in the line of shades that they have. Boy, I say shade quite a bit. Anyways, guys, so this the color that I had picked up was the color Shade, and I said I'm going to show this to you guys towards the end exactly why I'm going to use this. So here is the shade. Definitely really light. So I'm going to take this Chanel brush. Now, the reason why I like using this, if you haven't seen my videos before, is because it has really like a nice applicator right there. You see this? Gorgeous. All right, so what I'm going to do, what I normally do when I do a highlight, that's what I'm using it for. All right, is that I just use this corner edge right here and I just dab it down. So go back and forth and then bring it up to basically illuminate this area going this way. All right, you see that? Okay, actually this is working out quite well. All right, so let me go ahead and pick up a little bit more of this product right here. All right, let me show you. Let's one more time. So go right in here, bring it in, and then not bring it all the way down. And the reason for it, because I don't want this to look completely just ghost-like. I just want directly underneath the eye so it doesn't look so heavy in that section. So bring it right here. All right, you see that? Okay, that's not bad. So now I'm gonna go back to the foundation brush. Initially, well, not initially, I used the e.l.f., but it didn't work out, so I ended up using the IT Cosmetics one. So now I'm going to go back, still have some of the foundation that I did use. So now I'm going to go in and just lightly buff it out a little bit. So kind of blend in any harsh edges. You see this? Now you see? Oh, effortless. All right, so what I'm going to end up doing is finishing that side, apply a little bit of the lightest shade, again, Fair, right on the bridge of the nose, and a little bit right here, so kind of just emphasize those areas. Not too much where it shows any like flaws, but enough where you get that satisfaction of like, you're glowing. All right, you guys, so that completes the overall look using the Pro Face High Definition Matte Press Powder. So as you saw, I did end up using 3 shadows to create this overall look. Not shadows, shades. It actually worked out quite well. Let me actually bring you in a little bit closer so we can actually see the actual skin a little bit better. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, let me bring you in so we can see. How close do we want to get in? Let's go into, let's see. Yeah, right there. And you guys are really in, like, okay, you guys are so much in that it doesn't want to focus. Wow. Okay. I know this wasn't full coverage. I'm actually pretty shocked right now that this performed this well with drugstore prices. Okay, you guys, so if you're not a person who likes that matte appearance where it looks kind of dry, you can always go in with a setting spray, kind of dry, and just soften up the look, make it a little bit more gluey or glowy. Wait, no, dewy. That's the right word. All right, so what I end up what I end up picking up as well, also, it is an LA Girl setting spray. It's fix and set makeup for extended wear. So this retails for $8.99. At least that's what I paid for. All right, let's go ahead and test this out and see how it makes the skin look. Wait a second, look at this. You see this? Why is this? Look, why is it like this? All right, I took off the cap for another for another cap to be on there. You know what it reminds me of? A Russian doll. Like boom. And then boom. Anyways, you guys. All right, let's go ahead and get this sucker set and see. This smells good. All right, let's see. Okay, you guys, I'm a little dramatic. All right. Thoughts and opinions, definitely leave them in the description. No, my information will be in the description field. Leave it in the comment section. Your guys' thoughts and opinions. Truth be told, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. This for $6 and it performs like this. Okay. Why do I even bother with higher end makeup? Anyways, you guys, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and while you're at it, also hit the notification bell as well, so anytime I upload new videos, you automatically get the notifications. And while you're at it, also give my video a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. But be honest, I truly appreciate when you do that, because it lets me know that you're engaging with our channel. I love it when you guys do that. But until then, make sure you all brush your teeth, wash your culo, and subscribe. I will see you all in my next video. Bye now.